But when I tell you guys, motivation comes and goes, so fickle, so moody, you have to have habits and you have to be disciplined with your habits to know, like, okay, I fell off this day, but let me get back to my regular scheduled program. That is how you have to think about your life. That is how you have to think about your goals. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra, and here on my channel, we are all about creating a life you love. So with that being said, we're going to hop into today's video. So today we are talking about how to build consistent habits to avoid being overwhelmed or avoid burnout. Burnout happens to the best of us. We all can kind of get overwhelmed, and even like as we are approaching the end of the year and we're getting ready to go into 2025, a lot of us have this burst of energy to be like, oh, I'm getting my life right in 2025. 2025 is my year. And while that's all fine and dandy, you guys have to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success to actually go after the year that you actually want. Personally, for me, I think motivation is so fickle. Like, motivation is a moody girl. Like, she comes and goes. It's like, even especially if you're a woman, your motivation is different at different parts of the month. Like, motivation is not something that you can solely rely on to get you to your goals or get you to the next step in life. The thing that you really have to be able to fall back on and be able to catch you like some sort of net is actually having some healthy habits, and really creating discipline around these habits will beat motivation every single time. Now, just to kind of rewind and recap for the last year, my goal for this year was to lose weight. I didn't even really have a strict number in mind. I kind of was thinking like 150 pounds, but today I stand here at 129 pounds, and I've never, ever thought that I can actually even get that small. So I surpassed my goal for this year as far as like weight loss. And my other big goal was to become monetized on my YouTube channel. And I achieved that as well. And that came from me actually just staying consistent throughout the year using the habits that I have built up. Because honestly, when it comes to, weight loss, or if you want to become a content creator, they're going to tell you this flat out, like, consistency is key. But it may be hard to get consistency if you don't have any habits that are going to help set you up for success. So today I am going to be giving you guys a little bit of framework that are going to help you build out your consistent habits. Okay, so before we get too deep into the video, I want to remind you guys that we are having a giveaway at the end of our Slay with Sierra series. So be sure that you are subscribed and make sure you're commenting on every video within the series. So first, I want you guys to get super clear on your why. Why do you want to achieve this goal? Why is it important to you? Like, literally get crystal clear on it. And when I say this, I'm going to give you an example. Like, I wanted to lose weight. So my why is I wanted to feel comfortable in my skin. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to feel comfortable in my clothes. I wanted to be able to walk past the mirror and take a picture and feel great. Like, that was my why. I wanted to get my YouTube channel monetized because eventually I would love to be able to branch out and have other sources of income and quit my 9-to-5. So essentially, that is why I wanted my YouTube channel monetized. However, I created my YouTube channel to inspire others to really create a life that they love, because a lot of times we're dealt these cards and people don't realize that you have the power to play those cards any kind of way that you want to. You don't have to fall victim to your circumstances. And I am a firm believer that I have really changed my life around and really created something that I love, and I want to be able to help others do the same thing. So a way that you can kind of get crystal clear on your why is really start to think about it. Think about it, get it clear in your mind, write it out, say it out loud, and really visualize it. Like visualize it all the time. Like if you know you want to become a content creator, create a Pinterest board of content creators, like equipment they use, their setup, like really get into the vibration of how you want to feel. So look at these images, sit down and meditate on it. If you're daydream about what you want your life to look like. And that is how you visualize, what you want. And honestly, when you visualize and you write it down and you really think about it and you get super crystal clear on it, that will help you get energetically ready to receive those things that you actually want. Tip number 2 is going to be plan ahead. I think this is the most important part outside of getting crystal clear on what you want your goals to be. But you have to plan ahead because honestly, life is gonna life. Things are always going to happen. I knew 100% sure that it was time for me to get my YouTube channel monetized, but I also work a 9 to 5 and I get tired and I try to work out. My hair isn't always done. So I'm like, my life isn't set up for me to make YouTube videos every single day. So something that I had to do to plan ahead for my YouTube channel is on days that I work from home, I film my YouTube content because I'm already in the comfort of my home. I may have, an hour on lunch or an hour in between calls to really sit at my camera and talk to it. And this helped me really take my time and make sure I'm batching my content. I would create at least 2 to 4 videos per week. I get 2 work from home days, and I would really just take advantage of it. Like I can edit my videos fairly fast, but the filming process is what takes long. Like you have to think about what you're going to talk about. You have to create some sort of outline so you stay on track with your video and you're not sitting around rambling. Like you really have to be prepared to do this. So even outside of me having my days where I film, I do have days where I research what I want to talk about, start to really create, ideas and outlines. So then on filming day, I already have that stuff kind of like top of mind, so I can just have my outline and really go with the flow of my video. But planning ahead has helped me stay consistent on my YouTube channel. It has helped me post a video every single week. However, in 2025, I really want to be able to post more on YouTube. So I do have to plan ahead a little bit differently. Right now, I have 2 weeks of PTO. So I'm really taking advantage of that time right now. As you can tell, my background is a little bit different. This is my mom's house. I'm here for the holidays. And I'm going to take advantage of her beautiful space because, like, as you guys may know, I just moved into a new home and it's still very bland, but hers is like pretty. So I'm going to be filming here a lot during the break. So I'm going to be batching a whole bunch of content for you guys, but that is how you plan ahead and you stay ahead. So really think about whatever your goal is. How can you prepare for it a few days earlier? And then that creates a schedule for you. And you honestly really work on your time management as well. If you're a person who actually does struggle with like time management, something that I highly suggest is if you have a work calendar, put the things that you need to do on your work calendar. If you don't feel like that's appropriate, don't do it. Put it on your Apple calendar or your Google calendar and make sure it reminds you like, okay, during this time you should be doing this. During this time you should be doing that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not a little bit. I do have ADHD and I have a hard time with time and like waiting to the last minute and really just kind of struggling through things. But something that I think has been very helpful is sometimes I'll create a timer to help me get things done in a reasonable amount of time. So for example, I'll set a timer using like Alexa to get my kitchen clean, give myself 20 minutes to clean my entire kitchen, because sometimes we can look at the task as it's something like, oh my God, this is so large. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to get started. But if you set a timer, that kind of puts that time constraint on you to actually just get it done. So for example, like give yourself an hour to do some research and start to brainstorm some video ideas. But, in perspective, like everybody doesn't want to be a content creator. Everybody's not on a weight loss journey. So, take what resonates, take what makes sense. But honestly, set time aside to plan ahead for your goals. So the next thing I will have to say is start small. I feel like in this new year time, we can get so hyped and motivated to just really go hard and create this elaborate plan and have all these things that we want to do. But I'm telling you guys right now, it is best to break your goals down into small, manageable goals and make them smaller. And like the more and more you work on your smaller goals and you start to achieve those things, that creates confidence within yourself to know that you can continue to keep on doing this. And when I say start small, it can be something like, I personally don't really do any strength training at the gym. I personally don't really do too much strength training at the gym. A few years ago, that was all I was doing. I was in personal training and really just lifting heavy for a long period of time, like years, and was not losing any weight, but kind of found out I had a thyroid problem. But if you guys want to know about that, I do have a video on my page. But so I'm kind of like burnt out from the strength training part of a fitness journey. So something that I actually dedicated to starting small with was doing YouTube videos, like doing 10 to 15 minute YouTube videos. I started doing like Pilates videos on YouTube. And then next thing you know it, I signed up for Reformer Pilates. I started off with I think it was like 4 passes a month. So I would go once a week to Pilates. Then I was like, okay, I can do this. I like how my body's shaping up. Then I moved up to the next tier, which was, well, it wasn't the next tier. I ended up going unlimited because I wanted to do Pilates more than even 8 times a week. So this way, I started off very small because when starting something new, it can be very intimidating. Even if it's as simple as you want to start working out, it can be very intimidating to go in the gym and you see all of that equipment and you don't know what to do. So starting small would be something like, all right, start to work out in the comfort of your home, start to do YouTube videos, get you a walking pad, walk outside. And that way you're already getting used to your body making movement. So even once you get to the gym or you start personal training or something like that, your body won't be in as much shock because you started small. And this also helps you build up those repetitive habits. Like, all right, I do my YouTube videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, it's Monday. Let me hit my YouTube video. Like that is something that will really help you. And starting small, because I don't know, sometimes we can think of things so grand, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to become a bodybuilder and I'm going to do all this stuff. But it's like, once you get in there, you can kind of get lost. And then like, you go in with all of this energy and it kind of leads to burnout, because once the motivation is gone, like if you don't have the habits and the discipline to fall back on, honestly, it's probably just a done deal after that. So next thing I want to say is to make sure you are tracking your progress. Some of us are visual people who like to see a visual reward. So whether you create some sort of like habit tracker, whether you have some sort of like calendar to check off that you worked out today, or a to-do list to make sure you done all your tasks for today, create something that is going to help you be accountable visually. Something that I actually use is this app and extension called vidIQ for my YouTube videos and channels, to make sure my videos are optimized well and I'm finding the right keywords to make sure my videos come up in search. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to look in my description below. I'll put down some information about vidIQ, but vidIQ helped me create a YouTube plan to where I am posting 8 videos per month, and that is a visual representation. And if I do not hit all of my videos, vidIQ will let me know. So that is how I establish, that habit. Like, all right, I got to get my 8 videos this month. Got to get my 8 videos this month. And then with me having those 2 work from home days, I said like I would try to film at least 4 videos a week. If I could. If I could not, I would still make sure I at least film, 1 or 2 videos so I had something to go for next week. But the more stuff you get done when you plan ahead, you don't have to be so stressed or even worry about it. Like you literally can just coast and schedule things to just go when it needs to go. All right. So I know that was a lot. And I feel like when it comes to setting goals or really going after something that you like or really going after something that you want, it can be overwhelming if you don't know where to start, if you're super motivated and then you're just not motivated. Like, it can be overwhelming to not achieve the things that you want to achieve. So I honestly have to say consistency beats intensity. So even though you may think, oh, I'm going into the new year with this extravagant plan of doing all of these things, and you're so intense at the beginning of the year, it's going to burn out. I promise you it is. But if you really go into the new year with consistency and small, manageable goals, like, that is going to help you out in the long run and to really just maintain that momentum. Like, we have all this momentum in the end of the year, beginning of the year, but can you really truly maintain and sustain that? And the way you do that is through the framework that I gave you guys. You want to make sure you're clear about your why. You want to make sure you're planning ahead. You want to make sure you have these small manageable goals that you can kind of keep up with those things. But when I tell you guys, motivation comes and goes, so fickle, so moody, you have to have habits and you have to be disciplined with your habits to know, like, okay, I fell off this day, but let me get back to my regular scheduled program. That is how you have to think about your life. That is how you have to think about your goals, because obviously, of course, I can't make it to the gym every single day, but working out is kind of like is a non-negotiable for me. Like, I truly feel better when I move my body. So I got myself a walking pad. So if I can't make it to the gym that day, I at least do 30 minutes on the walking pad. If I need to do a YouTube video just to get moving, I will do that. But like, you have to create, some non-negotiables for yourself too, because a lot of times we can put things off and put things off, and the next thing you know it, like, you're so far away from your goal just because you're putting stuff off. But create some non-negotiables and really go after the things that you want for this year, because guys, when I tell you this, everybody has been dealt a deck of cards, and it is up to you to figure out how to play those cards and how to make those cards work for you and how to really create a life that you love, because honestly, it's all in your hands. You can fall victim to your circumstances, or you could just stop being basic or stop being mediocre and just boss up. Like, literally boss up, glow up, and get everything that you want out of this life. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I want you guys to comment down below one habit that you are working on building out for 2025. Personally, for myself, is I want to be able to post at least 2 to 3 times on YouTube for 2025. So I have to start to plan ahead. Like I said, right now I'm on PTO, batching this content for you guys. Set yourself up for success in this new year. Like, really go after the things that you want to go for. Like, I don't know about y'all, but the 95 babies, we are turning 30 this year, and I just feel like I'm too grown not to have the things that I want out of life. And you guys should feel the same whether what age you're at. Like, it does not matter. Age does not matter. It's never too late to go after the things that you want. So anywho, I'm rambling at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below, like, and subscribe. Bye.
Kissing in Paris, I guess we could do it in French. Wow. Eating low maintenance, child for now, child. She got me wildin' now.